Got a poussin from the butcher's the other day. It's basically a small chicken that cooks in about half the time. I knew I wanted to roast the chicken, but wasn't really sure what I was going to serve it with yet. When cooking chicken like this, I tend to remove the spine and flatten it out as much as possible. This is called spatchcocking. This way, the whole skin of the bird faces up in the oven, so you can get maximum crisp, loads more caramelised flavour, and a quicker, more even cook. To ensure crispiness, I patted the skin dry, heavily seasoned the bird with salt, and got it in a frying pan over a medium heat in plenty of oil, skin side down. I popped a pan onto the chicken to weigh it down to make sure as much of the underside was coming into contact with oil as possible. Once the chicken was golden and the skin was looking pretty glassy, I transferred it to a trivet ready for the oven. It was at this point an opportunity for flavour came about, thanks to all the sticky caramelised bits of chicken and the chicken fat in the pan. I thought it would be a nice idea to cook something in that flavour underneath the chicken as it cooked. I chopped up some garlic, got it frying in the fat, and had a think about what I could do to bulk things out a little. I knew one pot pasta dishes could be made in the oven and thought that if the chicken could roast on top of the garlic pasta, dripping juices into it all the while, it could be a nice thing. So I got some penne into the pan with the garlic along with enough boiling water to cover everything. I also added half a stock cube to amp up chicken flavours along with a couple of bay leaves. The pasta and stock situation reminded me of a Cypriot pasta dish, so I got thinking about some flavours from that part of the world while the liquid came back up to a boil. I was going to just plonk the chicken on top of the pasta to cook, but realised that the lack of circulation around the meat could mean that the pasta overcooked before the chicken was ready. To get around this, I just lifted the trivet and balanced it on top of a pan before sticking the whole thing in the oven. The idea here was that the liquid could reduce around the pasta while cooking it, and the chicken would finish cooking while flavouring the pasta below. I grabbed a few more bits from the fridge inspired by the flavours of Cyprus. My thinking was that mint, parsley, lemon yoghurt and some British made halloumi style cheese would all pair really nicely with the chicken and garlic. At this point my plan was to make some sort of Cypriot inspired gremolata, so I coarsely grated the cheese, chopped up all the herbs and tossed them together in a bowl with the zest and juice of the lemon. I knew this would cut through the fat and starch really nicely. Once the chicken was crisp, the pasta was al dente and most of the water had been evaporated, I took the chicken off the pan to rest. I turned my attention next to the pasta, which tasted great but lacked a bit of balance and interest. To remedy this, I tipped most of the gremolata mix into the pan and tossed everything together until beautiful and glossy. It tasted fab, a deep, savoury, meaty twist on a classic halloum pasta. I halved the chicken straight through the breastbone, got the pasta into bowls and topped each mound with half a chicken each. For a punch of creaminess, I mixed the remaining gremolata with a couple of tablespoons of yoghurt and spooned it all over the chicken.